The Border Gavaskar Trophy is a high-profile series, and this high-profile series means that in particular for Cricket Australia and the host broadcaster, there's a lot of money that's on the line. However, given how the first 2 days of play have gone at the Optus Stadium in Perth, there are a few concerns in Cricket Australia, because if this is how the series is to pan out, that you don't have matches probably go up to day 4, day 5. I know as at the moment where we stand, you're now guaranteed day 4's play in this ongoing test match, but given how things ended after the first day's play, where you saw a record 17 wickets being lost on the opening day of a test match in Australia for the last 70 years, for the first time that happening, there were beginning to be some doubts about whether or not for every match this is going to be the case. Batting averages have dropped in Australia since the year 2020, as we've pointed out as well. From 44 it's come down to 34, as you would know by now. But in all of this, since there's a lot of money riding, and if this is how things are going to go by over the course of the next 5 weeks, Cricket Australia could be in deep trouble and could be looking at a multi-million-dollar loss. How much money could it end up losing, perhaps, if not all test matches are to go into day 4, day 5 and are to get over in the first couple of days, or let's say in 3 days time? We are here to break down those numbers for you. Now, matches finishing early means a lot of loss, because remember, there's a lot of ad revenue that's on the line, and if matches don't go to day 4, day 5, and what happens is that as advertisers, as the host broadcaster, you are looking at a premium that you can charge from the advertisers if the match is to go as deep as possible. So day 4, day 5, you're in a position to get more money, and that's the point that we're trying to tell over here. For Cricket Australia as well, it is not a good situation if matches don't go that long, because you don't get you're denied cricketing content, you're denied those ticket sales, you're denied the superb hospitality that you can provide to the spectators and the other concerned stakeholders as well. The stadiums aren't going to be full. There aren't going to be more people coming in. If you see such one-sided contests at times where there was just, let's say, India dominating in a session, if this is how things are to go by, then that means lesser football, lesser footfall, lesser tickets being sold. All of that put together, less revenue, means money being lost for both the broadcaster and Cricket Australia. But what's that value that we are looking at? Just hold on as I tell you what it is going to be. $2 million per day is what it's going to cost to Cricket Australia if matches are going to get shorter going forward in this series. $2 million a day is a lot of money. Now, this is per day. Don't miss that part. It's per day valuation that we are talking about. This is a number that someone who in the know of things knows how the financial play is when it comes to cricket. That number has come from this particular authority that believes $2 million is what it's going to cost Cricket Australia. I want to dive deep into some of the other numbers as well. Now, look what happened on day 1. On day 1, you got 31,000 people, which was a record for an opening day at the Optus Stadium. This is what the India-Australia match got in terms of footfall. But in terms of making things profitable, Cricket Australia need about 30,000 people to be there to make things substantially profitable. Now, this is still a capacity of 60,000 people that the stadium has, and even at half of that, let's say if half the people turn up, you are able to make things profitable. So day 1 was perhaps profitable. You just did enough number of people that that gives you some sort of motivation going forward, or it keeps things and concerned stakeholders happy. But if this is not the case, if the numbers continue to dwindle, then and if you're denied, let's say day 4, day 5 of cricket, then that spells trouble for Cricket Australia, and the host broadcaster both lose out on a lot of money. $2 million per day is what it could cost Cricket Australia if this series doesn't live up to the expectation. If this series, for all 5 test matches that we are talking about, it doesn't go the distance, then a lot of money is going to be lost by Cricket Australia.